Hello and welcome back to my show. I hope you're well. Let's get to some news. CNBC headline. Here are the highlights from the heated exchange between the U.S. and China in Alaska. U.S. Secretary of State Antony, low energy, low enthusiasm, little for contribution of words, and only stale content. Blinken said the following. I said that the United States relationship with China will be competitive, where it should be. And then China has the cloud bubble that comes up, and they're saying competitive. We steal 300 billion to 600 billion U.S. trade secrets from the U.S. per month. Who needs competition when you're us? And then Blinken says, then it goes on to say, collaborative where it can be and adversarial where it must be. And China's probably thinking, he clearly doesn't know who we are and who he's dealing with. So disrespectful and undiplomatic of Mr. Binkleton. Blinken goes on to say, I'm hearing deep satisfaction that the United States is back, that we're re-engaged with our allies and partners. I'm also having deep concern about some of the actions your government is taking. And then China puts up the black cloud or the white cloud bubble and says, is this the best that the Biden administration could do? This man, Mr. Blinken or Blinkleton, he left his spine on the mantle many years ago. What an embarrassment for the American citizens is perhaps what they thought. As for Blinkletons or Blinkens, Rotten Tomatoes performance, it had a heavy impact on Biden, as he was reported to take not one stumble, not two, but three successful drops as he walked onto or boarded Air Force One. And a lot of the reports, New York Post was content to make that be known, as they headlined, Biden keeps falling up the stairs as he boards Air Force One. And then another article or another news media said, quote, watch how I run up the ramps and stumble down the ramps. Okay, question mark. Come on, Biden said. That was last September. ABC News were Biden's saving grace, where they said Biden is just fine after tripping 3 times, jogging up steps to Air Force One. Now let's go back to the Alaskan summit, shall we? Foreign Prime Minister of China Wang Yi rebukes Blink's adversarial comment, where he says, quote, China certainly in the past has not and in the future will not accept the unwarranted accusations from the U.S. side. China urges the U.S. to fully abandon the practice of willfully interfering in China's internal affairs. This has been a long-standing issue, and it should be changed. It is time for it to change. While Yang Ji, Chinese director of Central Foreign Affairs Commission, lectures and re-educates the U.S. Biden administration by saying that the United States does not have the qualifications to say that it wants to speak to China from a position of strength. That's where they're telling Biden that his administration is like sludge where Trump oozed strength. I could be wrong, you guys. We believe that it's important for the United States to change its own image, China says. I guess they're telling the Biden administration to change the threshold of the Oval Office, change the steps, put Biden out of the way and replace him with someone more suitable that will stumble less as he walks up the Air Force One and will not be lost for words. As sometimes he appears, Biden, to be not there, clueless of his surroundings and what's going on. He appears to be in Mars at times, I see. And many of you guys could comment and tell me about that if I'm wrong. While Yang proceeds to say, quote, many people within the United States actually have little confidence in the democracy of the United States, and they have various views regarding the government of the United States. Tucker Carlson comments on that, or weighs in that comment where China says many Americans don't have confidence in their democracy, he said. So Tucker Carlson says, in other words, maybe what they're trying to say here is the last presidential election was fraudulent. Now, let's take you back to President Donald Trump's meeting with Xi Jinping in 2018, where Donald Trump said, quote, we'll be discussing trade, and I think at some point we're going to end up doing something great for China and something great for the United States. I look forward to the discussion, and I'm sure discussions after, but the relationship is very special. In the relationship I have with President Xi, and I think that is going to be a very primary reason why we'll probably end up getting something that will be good for China and something good for the United States. Xi Jinping's response, listen to this. Honorable President Trump, the secretaries of the American side, while it is indeed a great pleasure to have this meeting with all of you in the city of Buenos Aires, this is a manifestation of our personal friendship. CNN reported in 2017 how President Trump was welcomed by President by President Xi Jinping, with the red carpet treatment, where they said President Trump, quote, was given red carpet treatment during his visit to Beijing. I wonder if Biden also got the red carpet treatment, but I don't think so. I could be wrong. Also in the news, Border Patrol plays babysitter to hundreds or thousands of undocumented children in lieu of protecting and securing our borders from MS-13 gang members, drug and sex traffickers. Zero Hedge headline border facility photos leak revealing hundreds of children huddled in, quote, terrible conditions. And I thought Biden and his administration had a heart for these people. Apparently that's not so. CNBC reported also in the news that the 10-year yield fell 5 basis points to 1.68% after reaching its 14-month high this week. As bond yields continue to climb, it is putting pressure on techs and growth stocks selling off, where Zero Hedge forewarns that bond yields are headed higher still above 2.0, above to infinity and beyond. Also, Zero Hedge source Bloomberg saying that we have the weakening of the dollar, slamming of silver, but that gold is at steady. Gold is steady at 1737. So is crude and copper, where they gained modestly. Well, Bitcoin dropped 3% at 56,000 after Federal Chairman Jerome Powell dropped a bomb and said that Bitcoin is more a substitute for gold than dollar. And the feds are giving conflicting messages for bond investors, as well as to stay in long term, where rates are unsustainable, or to sell off is the question. Also in the news, we spoke yesterday about food shortages or the financial people forecasting food shortages. But no worries, people, because Dr. Bill Gates has put his stamp of approval on synthetic meat, where CNBC headline, quote, Bill Gates says he'll fly a bit less and eat more synthetic meat to fight climate change. Anyone for filet mignon or prime rib? Or would you guys prefer synthetic meat? Because they're really pushing for it in the markets as well. And you can see that at a grocery market near you. Check out the meat area. Also, lastly, in the news, Portland, according to the Washington Examiner headline, Portland cut police funding and get a whopping 2,000% surge in murders. Defund the police, you guys, yeah! Thank you guys for watching and all the excitement. Please do chime in the threads if you have any comments, questions, tomatoes, salad, whatever it is. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your support and watching. And you be blessed, be safe, and take care till next time. Bye. Thanks again for watching.